we built the TEROS 1 substrate sensors to take over for our older TEROS 12 substrate sensors that everyone is well familiar with. So the TEROS 12 substrate sensor was the gold standard for volumetric water content, EC, and substrate temperature sensing for horticulture for many years.
Like almost 15, 16 years, right?
Yeah. And as a result of its storied accomplishments, people started using it for cannabis when cannabis really started to become a major industry. Before really being used in cannabis, it was mostly used for farming in mineral soil in normal row crop agriculture. And not sure how familiar you are with that, but the practices of farming in traditional agriculture never really see electrical conductivity ranges much above a 3. In cannabis horticulture, we actually generally feed our input at a 3.0 electrical conductivity. And as a result of that, we generally see much higher electrical conductivity ranges within the substrates. The old TEROS 12 models, what we found is when they were being used for cannabis horticulture and being subjected to electrical conductivity ranges that were up and above the 3 EC range, we started to find that there were areas where the functionality of that unit was not really going to be matching up to the quality standards of accuracy that we hold ourselves to. And so we set to work trying to solve that problem by building a new sensor that was purpose-built for the cannabis horticulture community. And that is the TEROS 1 sensor that you see on the table in front of us.
So what's, besides this one having 2 pins and the TEROS 12 having 3 pins, what's the big difference here?
Well, the biggest difference between the two sensors is going to be how they treat these readings. They both are going to be giving you a volumetric water content and electrical conductivity as well as a substrate temperature reading. However, they're going to arrive at those measurements in a different manner. So our older TEROS 12 sensors, they had a connection between water content and electrical conductivity. So as your water content would rise, your EC would lower. As your EC would rise, your water content would lower. As a result of that relationship, when you would be growing in cannabis substrates and seeing electrical conductivities in really high ranges, what you would usually end up seeing is a spike of electrical conductivity that would be a little bit higher than what you were expecting to see. Most people are kind of familiar with seeing something of a spike or a mountaintop is kind of what it's called by a lot of people when they're looking at our graphical data. And the EC would rise so high that it would essentially obscure the cannabis grower's ability to really tell whether or not that EC was happening in the plant, because the numbers that they were seeing, 30 decisiemens per meter.
Are you telling me that wasn't real?